Hi members, Niall here. This is a tutorial on using the MetaTrader platform. We're going to be setting up our charts and saving a template to match the white background with no grid, and these are the same charts that we post in the forum and that you should be using to make your price action observations on various currency pairs. Now the first thing we're going to do is set up the market watch window here on the left. This is where the live prices tick away and flash. You right click and you will go symbols, click on symbols. Now anything that you want to see here will come up as green or gold. See the dollar sign here is highlighted. If you don't want it to show up, you click it, highlight it, and then click hide. You just keep clicking and hiding everything you don't want to see. If you want to see something and it's not highlighted, you just click on it when it's grayed out and click show, and then you click close and it will adjust the market watch window accordingly. The next thing we're going to do is set up the chart correctly. Now the default settings on MetaTrader are black backgrounds with grids, and often they have bars. Now bars versus candlesticks, it's much of a muchness. They are the same kind of thing. Let me just show you. So they look very similar. They still show the open and close and the tails on the bars. The tails are these long parts of the pin bars and various other reversal candles. On the candlestick chart, they're much more pronounced and more obvious. I prefer to use the candlestick chart. I've been using it for quite a number of years. As I said, it's much of a muchness, whatever you feel more comfortable with, but if you're posting in the forum, please post candlestick charts. Now to change this to what I prefer, which is the white background with no grid, we right click. Let me just drag this up. You right click and go properties, color scheme, you click on black on white, and on the grid you click on none, and then OK. To delete any indicators on the chart, you can right click the actual indicator that's there, delete indicator. Now the only indicator that I use, and I wouldn't really call it an indicator, is the moving average exponential, the exponential moving average. This is a dynamic support and resistance or value point. It helps to define trends and helps to define high probability trading opportunities. So I wouldn't have a problem using it as a newbie trader, but as you become more seasoned like myself, I just look at blank charts like this where the price is just ticking away. It's a very clean white background, just the daily candlestick chart there. This is where you want to move to eventually in your trading. But if you do want to add the moving average, you just click on insert, indicators, trends, then moving average. The period will be 21. You select exponential from that drop down box, click OK, and there it is on the Aussie dollar, the 21-day exponential moving average. And you'll find that in uptrends the price will be above it, and in downtrends the price will be below it. And in a perfect trend, like I talk about in the course, it should look something like this, where you have prices just continuously moving above it and the price sloping. Now again, I won't touch on this in this tutorial, it's a separate tutorial altogether, but I would call it more of a helping tool or an assistant rather than an indicator. You don't want to be adding piles of indicators to your charts. It's one thing I firmly believe in, is a clean chart is a good chart. And the next thing I want to talk about is saving a template. So if you want to save what's there and add it to every other chart, you right click. Again, you can't see properties, but you will right click, click properties, and anything you want to see here you'll select. So if we want to change the bar down to something like red or a different color, I'm incredibly colorblind, but let's look for red, orange red, that'll do. You can change anything you want. The chart will then reflect those settings. We right click, click on template, and then we can either overwrite one of the existing templates, or we can save the template as something like test chart 1, then click save. Now if we have another chart that we load up, to get a chart we right click, then click on chart window. That will load up a new chart. You make sure it's a daily chart using this function up on the top right. Make sure it's a candlestick chart, that little candlestick button there. Zoom in, and then right click, click on template. Just do that again. You right click, click on template, and then test chart. There it is. And there it is right there, GBP USD daily chart with the 21-day EMA and a clean background with no grid. And that is how you work the template function. It's very simple. I'll go over one more example. You right click in the data window, click on the dollar Swiss for example, right click that, chart window, maximize it, click on daily, make sure it's a candlestick chart there, right click, click on template, and then click the template that you saved. I've got another one here, Nile template, and it loads it up. To shift the chart to the left, you just click this button here, chart shift, and it will move it where you want it. If you've got any questions, post in the general discussion tab. That's the general discussion forum in the members area. If it's still too difficult, make sure you email me. In regards to platforms, correct charts and brokers, if you want my suggestion, please email me and I will refer you to a reputable broker who has quality service, fair spreads, and has the correct New York closed charts. Do not post 6-day charts. The daily chart must have 5 bars and it must open and close at the correct time. Again, if you're in doubt, please email the support line or contact me via the blog. My email address is support@learntotradethemarket.com. We'll see you in the next members tutorial.